your girl Pink Vibes, and today I'm here with my brother, Mr. Fatt Father.
Yeah, trying to stop my hat from blowing away.
It's so windy out here, y'all, but we thugging it. We thugging it, bro. Pound it for me. Pound it one time. So we are here at the park, right? But this isn't just any ordinary park. You have to tell the people the history behind this park and your music.
So this park right here was when my kids were smaller. You know, in order for me to get any writing done, I had to keep them distracted.
Right.
And this park had like the wood fenced in kid playscape. So they just went in there, did their thing, and I was able to at least knock out 2 verses.
Come on, minimum. I love that.
You know what I'm saying? So Fatt Father is really about fatherhood first.
So fatherhood. Now, speaking of fatherhood, you have this new project called Soccer Dad.
Yes.
And first of all, I love that name. Okay, so we all know you're a wonderful father, but what made you name the project Soccer Dad?
Because when you go to a soccer game, a kid's soccer game, which, I done been to my share because my son plays soccer.
Okay.
That's when you see the uncut rawness of parenting. Like when you on that sideline, you don't care how stupid you look.
Right, come on.
With the big ass signs or the T-shirts with your kid's face. All you care about is seeing your kids score or seeing their team win. You know what I'm saying? So at this point in my life, both of my children my son will be 13, my daughter 15. They're officially teenagers this year.
Look at that.
So this is the cheering time.
Yes.
The hard, I want to see you succeed. I want to see you come up with a plan that's going to help you get through the rest of your life. This is when you have to cheer for them the hardest.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they understand what you're cheering for now. You know what I'm saying? So Soccer Dad is that. Soccer Dad is letting you know I still go hard in the paint.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a stash spot for the 4-5 in that town and country if anybody, messes with my kids.
And come on, I love
you other
that.
parents on the sideline, I'm rooting for your kids too. But if you heckle mine, I'll sock you in the face.
Period.
Soccer Dad just embodies all of that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I love it. Now, speaking of your children, your son he's like an up-and-coming artist and producer, right?
Yes.
How does that make you feel as an artist to see your baby boy blossoming so young?
Well, you know what? It makes me feel great, but it's not just the fact that he's doing music.
Yeah.
Like, it's always been, I just want to see you passionate about whatever you choose to do.
Yeah.
That's why I never pushed the music on him. I just, whatever he showed me interest in,
you supported
I just provide the tools in hopes that he'll sharpen his skill, and that may be his thing or one of his things.
Yeah.
So he's been, working on professional studio equipment, engineering, recording, producing for years now.
I love it.
But now is when I hear the dedication in it. So I'm like, it's time to go.
Yeah, it's go time.
He ready.
Period.
Yeah.
Now, what's some advice you would give to a father out there who sees this great talent in their child, but they don't know the steps to, help encourage their child or get them started on their journey? What's some good advice for them?
I would say, one, listen to your child.
Okay.
Listen to what they're doing. Listen to why they're interested in what they're interested in. Once they give you the root of their interest, you can then do more discovery.
Yes.
So you can start researching. Like my son, I'm not a producer. I'm just an MC.
Yeah.
I've never had the patience to sit at a beat machine and make a beat. But my son would get to talking to me like, oh, Dad, I'm watching this YouTube video and Juki Beats is doing this, and I'm listening to Travis Scott, and I like this and I like that. And that made me start writing to these artists.
Yeah.
So then I get an understanding. So now when my son is talking drill beats to me and talking this different terminology, I can have a better understanding and I can provide him with whatever he needs. So
love it.
I can call other producers and say, hey, I'm going to pass my son your number, and he might hit you up because he needs some guidance in this.
Come on.
So it's just about, as far as your question, telling those parents, just listen.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes open, keep your ears open so that you can be supportive.
I love it.
Word.
Now, with you being this great MC now, like I have to know how Fat Father was as little Fat? How was you as a kid?
I was the fat kid.
Okay, I'm so done with you.
I was the fat kid, but that like created my drive, you know, because after years of just being the FAT kid, I was like, you know, I want to be if I'm going to be the fat kid, I'm going to be a different kind of fat kid.
Come on, I love it.
So I added another T and created my own genre of fat. And there were no rules to this fatness, you know, and I owe that to like Fat Boys, watching Crush Groove and seeing the Fat Boys not even care about being fat. Then Biggie dropped, and it was like, yo, the fat ain't the bad part.
It's not.
It's the letting the fat conquer you. But if you conquer the fat,
come on, it's all good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you say? You can't even really acknowledge the fatness if I acknowledge it first.
Exactly. You can't use it against me if I embrace it.
Right. If I say, hey, I'm Fat Father, you can't say that's why you fat. Duh.
Joke's on you. I already know that.
So, yeah, Fat Father, I was just a fat kid, you know what I'm saying? And after, I went through the state of, why am I the fat kid? Damn. Why, you know what I'm saying? It was depressing years in there. It was down years, you know, because I was also paying attention to what society was saying. And by society, I mean like the other kids on the street. You fat. Your pants are, I'm wearing Wranglers. You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing the husky sizes. So I couldn't go shop in a lot of the places the other kids were shopping. You know, plus we didn't have money like that. So them Goodfellow pants, they never fit right, but
you gotta make do with what you got, right?
You know, so that was my childhood, was basically learning how to cope with being me. And I learned at a young age. You know what I'm saying? So that's it in a nutshell.
Period. So who was Fat Father listening to when he was younger, though? Who were your like idols growing up?
Of course, Run DMC.
Okay.
The Fat Boys and LL Cool J. And this is like young.
Okay,
like, in the 80s. I was born in 80.
Okay.
So, you know, around 87, 88, when I really started to pay attention and listen. And then NWA, but then the 90s hit. And I was able to walk to the liquor store and buy that bootleg. I was able to buy the AMG and the DJ Quick. And I was listening to Bitch Better Have My Money, and my mama didn't know, you know what I'm saying? But West Coast became very influential.
So
in
like
the
Snoop?
90s. And then Wu-Tang hit.
So East Coast.
And it was like, oh, yeah, let me put these khakis and these flip-flops and sweat socks aside for a minute.
Come on.
I'm gonna get me some big-ass work boots. And, you know what I'm saying? And sag my pants and shit.
So you was listening to a little bit of everything. East Coast, West Coast? Okay.
Everything. But here's the funny part. This is really going to trip you out. I was like a super big Luther Vandross, Gladys Knight fan.
Really?
At 11, 12.
I love that fact. Come on.
Like Gladys, oh my God, man. To
Who
this
don't love
day,
Auntie Gladys? Come on.
nobody touching Gladys' voice.
Yes. Even with Uncle Luther, I remember being a kid and waking up, and that was my mom's favorite singer. You know what I'm saying? So even when I hear Luther to this day, it's like nostalgia. I'm smelling my mama cooking. I'm like, oh, I already know what time it is, you know?
Luther's that guy.
Definitely. And I feel like anytime you're an artist, you should have a wide span of music genres that you listen to, you know? Even though you may do hip-hop, you shouldn't just listen to hip-hop. Even though you do pop, you shouldn't just listen to pop, so.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, even though you're a Fat Father, right? You have been on an amazing health journey, bro. For one, I want to say congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
For two, like, I'm so big on, you know, health, natural remedies. So I want to know first of all, what made you want to start your health journey?
I guess that all goes with the whole soccer dad movement.
Okay.
It was like, this is part of me cheering for my children and making sure I can be on the sideline and pushing them to the goal line.
Yes.
If I'm not healthy, then I can't make it to the game.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And by the game, I mean their life, their future. And I want to be at the game.
Yes, and so, you will be.
Yeah, so I'm going to do everything I can do to be at the game. So I just changed my mindset.
Okay.
And then I just went in.
Now, were you one of those who started with like the physical aspect where you started working out? Or were you one of those who started with your diet and changed what you eat and then started working out?
I started everything.
Okay.
Cold turkey. I said that's enough fried food.
Okay.
I stopped drinking anything that wasn't water. I just got my mind right. I started learning not only what to eat, but how to eat what I ate. You know, and my man Coach Lance.
Shout out.
Shout out to Coach Lance. Shout out to Jules Baby and Synergy Works.
Nice.
Like those cats taught me a lot.
Yeah.
Like the goal that they've given me, I've been able to take it, revise it a little bit to customize it to my life.
Yeah.
And it has worked magic. I done lost over 100 pounds.
Yeah, salute, brother.
I can see my muscles in my arms now. I didn't know I had a neck.
Come on, you saw that.
I woke up one day, I said, damn, I could get a chain.
You can get a turtleneck.
I never bought a chain or a turtleneck because I didn't know I had nothing there to support it.
You so silly.
Yeah.
They don't even have to be an artist, but anyone out there who may be battling with their weight, what is some advice for them to get started on that weight loss journey?
I'm just going to say go into it with, you have to have an open, and this is going to be confusing.
Okay.
But you have to have an open and a closed mind at the same time. And what I mean by that is you have to be open to the information, you have to be open to the growth, but you have to be closed to the negativity and the naysayers.
Yes.
Because when I told people last year in January 2020, I was 446 pounds, then it went down to 440, fluctuated from there.
Yeah.
And I told people, I said, I'm going to lose 100 pounds in a year. And it was people who was like, yeah, you could do it. Like my brother, like, hell yeah, you could do that.
Yes.
But it was a couple people like, damn, man, 100, you don't want to lose it that fast. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Whatever, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So fast forward to now, I'm a little over 100.
Look at
lost,
that.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just from every day. And it's not putting myself through a lot of hell because I still eat what I want when I want it. I may not eat the terrible version of it.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you might air fry it.
yeah, air fry them wing dings. And then, if I want to have a pancake, I'm going to go by the actual serving of it. Yeah. And I'm going to go, this morning I went for a 4-mile walk.
Look at that.
To earn that pancake. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, the mindset is everything.
Definitely, definitely. Now, to people who out there who know Fat Father, but they don't really know Fat Father, what is something about yourself that you want the world to know?
I definitely want people to know, because I get a lot of, from all over the world, I get to salute to you for being an amazing father, and I'm trying to be like you, and you're teaching me so much just about fatherhood. I do want them people to know that every day is not perfect.
Yeah.
I mess up like any other father.
Yeah.
It's things that I'm quite sure I didn't handle the wrong way that I could have handled differently. But the dope part is I recognize that, so I'm able to have that open dialogue with my children now. So one day my daughter did something, and you know, she kind of like gave me this attitude with her response. And she's 15 now, and she know I don't take no BS. So I cut into her tough. You know what I'm saying? And the next day she came to me, she said, Dad, I want to talk to you. I just really didn't understand why you were so upset. And then I just had to break it down to her.
And explain it to her,
And explain it to her. But in explaining it to her, I realized that I didn't have to pop off like that if she genuinely didn't even realize
that she was doing something,
the tone of her voice and the attitude.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? So I just would tell those parents out there that every day is not perfect. None of us are perfect. I had to realize that my mother and father is not perfect.
Yeah, we're humans.
You know what I'm saying? So just take it one day at a time.
For real. That's
all
truth.
You can do.
That's the truth. And speaking of like our parents, right? They did the best that they could. And I'm such a strong believer in like breaking generational curses, right? Whatever that might be. So when you have children and you're in the industry, I feel like you have to be this positive role model. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to be like, oh, I want that. I want the girls. I want the cars. But it's like, nah, that's not the focus. The focus is giving the world your gift. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And not just making your child feel like, look, you have to go to college. You have to get this 9 to 5. Nah. I don't feel like we should program our children. So I love the fact that you're such an open dad. And you can say, look, I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm a parent, but I may have been tripping. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope of you. Now, I need to know, who is Fat Father riding to when he's in the whip nowadays?
I ride to Big Sean.
Okay.
Stove God Cooks.
Okay.
I don't know if you up on Stove God.
I've heard the name. I definitely heard the name for sure.
Solid artist.
Nice.
And then the usual like the J. Cole's and the Royce the 5'9's and
for sure.
my son.
Yes.
Oreo, you know, and myself. And then I got a crew, Middle Finger Music. I got a whole crew of it.
Nice.
Isaac Castor, Bang Belushi, Catchphrase, Gypsy. It's a whole crew of us.
How did that even come together, though? How did you put that together?
Well, really, it's my man Foulmouth, producer who actually produced Soccer Dad.
Right.
Foulmouth and my man Pat 313. Middle Finger Music is their baby, their idea of creating a collective of MCs and artists that support each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Help promote each other, work with each other, build with each other. So that's really their baby. They started, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
That's super dope.
You know?
That's super dope. Now, I always ask my guests to share a gem or a jewel out to the world. What would be a Fat Father jewel that you would give to the people?
I would say now at this point in my life, more understanding before being understood.
Yeah.
You know, just being realistic and understand in this world and the temperature that we're in today. You know, with a pandemic and with racism showing that it's still alive and well in a crooked system. I think especially amongst the black community, we need to be more understanding of what each other is going through.
Yes.
We need to be more understanding that his best might not be identical to your best,
exactly.
but it's his best.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he grew up or she grew up living in certain conditions and groomed to think a certain way, we have to sit back like, wow, instead of saying, screw that person, we go throw them in the garbage. We need to say, how can I communicate with them on utilizing my logic, but not bashing theirs so that they're turned off from what I'm saying.
Exactly.
And that's where the understanding comes in. So more understanding.
I love that, Jewel. Now I want to go into the studio with Fat, right? What's your recording process like?
It's kind of like going to the club.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Except for the beats. The beats are women. Mm-hmm. The beats are what I'm trying to attract, and you know they trying to attract me too. So when I put on a beat, if it's a beat that I'm going to write to or record to, it instantly talks to me and gives me rhythm.
Yeah.
Like words come to me. Maybe not the words that'll be the final words, but we start communicating.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can say this like this, or I can say that like that. And the beat is giving me rhythm. So that tells me whether or not I'm going to hit it.
Come on, I love it. I love it. Now, what type of beats does Fat like to record on?
I don't even have a type.
If it just feels good,
it just if it talks to me, it talks to me.
Love it.
You know, so I don't really have a type.
Now you've been in the Detroit game, but you're international now. But seeing Detroit rap music elevate over these years, what's the difference between the old Detroit rap scene and the new Detroit rap scene?
Right. I don't know if it is a difference now.
Okay.
I think there was a difference a few years ago when things were sort of transitioning.
Yeah.
But I think things have kind of settled now, and we're in a good rhythm because you still have the Icewear Vezos,
yes,
and you got the Sade babies,
yes, winning,
and you got cats like Big Sean doing records with all of them,
yeah,
who done achieved a certain level, you know what I'm saying, in his own right. And then you got the Cash Dolls, but on the flip side, you got the Clear Soul Forces,
yes,
and you got the different hip hop, the Isaac Casters, and the 101s with my man Rose Spit, Marv, and Ron Dance. Like, so I think it's flourishing again.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think it was kind of like, you know, when you regrowing your grass,
yeah,
and you got to flip it all, and it's dirt for a minute.
Right.
But then you start seeing that grass grow.
And it's even more beautiful than it was before.
Yeah, so I think right now it's getting back to the roots, the griminess, and the fellowship of it.
Yeah. I love it. Now, if Fat could work with I'll give you any four artists, dead or alive, who would those four artists be?
Andre 3000.
Ooh, good answer.
The Notorious Big.
Yes.
Anderson .Paak.
Yes.
Oh,
you got one more.
I'm gonna say Erykah Badu.
That she's on my list too, bro. Yes.
I just feel like I would be scared. I'd be so scared as hell because Erykah be changing lives. I would be scared that I'm gonna walk up out of there
a whole new
man, smelling like incense.
Come on, tea and greatness.
With a t-shirt on that go to my ankles with a hood.
And don't even care that you got it off.
And just don't even care, but hey, it is what it is.
Some people really have that gift of enlightening, right? Like,
yes.
You can just meet them, you like, yo, you got that oomph, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like she's definitely one of those people.
Her and Jill Scott.
Yes.
Jill Scott hypnotized you through the screen. Just her vibe is just like, everything is okay. You're safe.
You're fine.
I feel like if I woke up from a nightmare and Jill Scott was there, I would feel so safe.
You so comforted.
It's okay. You were dreaming.
It was. She's like the comforting auntie.
Yeah.
You know who? Like, as a child, I loved Sade. Like, her voice brought me so much calm, bro. Even now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know she doesn't do music anymore, but she's one of my ones. You know, her, Erykah, Janae, like all those who did it with spirit, did it with character, did it with some type of soul, and it's like their sex appeal was so like. You didn't even need the sex appeal. You know what I'm saying?
It was organic.
Yeah.
It's organic.
Yeah, and that's how I want to be. Like, I want my music to speak for itself. Like, yeah, you can be beautiful, but it's like, no, I want you to see my beautiful mind. I want you to see my beautiful soul. Like, your energy is beautiful. It's like a top tier compliment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For sure. Now, how important is it for you to keep people with good energy around you when you're on your life journey to success?
Oh, that's one of the most important things.
For sure.
Like, you can't let everybody be accessible to that energy, and you can't have access to all kinds of energy.
Exactly.
Because it'll distract you.
Yeah.
And what I mean is, when I say that, I don't mean like you can't shed light to as many people as possible.
Right.
I'm just saying the people that won't reciprocate it or accept it in that light. Some people will take your positive energy and flip it and make it something else.
Right, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you coming to somebody like, hey, listen, it's all love, and you know, love to you, love to you, love to you. It's probably somebody in the corner like, this month. Always on that positive. Always. Why you always, like, somebody asked me, they said, damn, man, everything you post on social media, you always light everything up. Like, you don't have no bad day. Yeah, I do.
Of course, but I'm not going to shed that and then oppose that negative energy on my followers and the people who are, you know what I'm saying, watching my growth.
And keep it alive, because guess what? When I have a bad mood or I'm going through a bad time in the day, my hopes are that that's going to be over with soon.
Yes.
I want to get past that.
Yes.
So why would I take and upload that bad energy to somebody else's server? I don't own that server. So I'm going to upload that energy and put it in somebody else's hands to keep forever.
Right, exactly.
So then 2 years down the line, when I'm in a whole nother place, when I'm in a better place, when I've grown and I'm feeling positive vibes and positive energy, then Facebook says, memory from 2 years ago.
Come on.
Fuck all you niggas.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why? I don't want to give nothing that power.
Yes.
So I post, everything I post is like it's my last post. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I love that. I love that. Oh, I'm so honored, brother. I'm so honored to like chop it up with you, get all the tea, you know what I'm saying, for you. And we definitely got to tap back into you. So you got to ponder one more time. Ooh. And you guys stay tuned for the next Hustle and Vibes. Peace.